Well, first we will test the insulation of this big sucker. This is quite a cup. We'll test the insulation of it by putting some hot water in and putting some cold water in, just see how we'll see if we can ever feel the outside of that. I know that's not a long-term thing, but what I care about is that my hands don't get too hot or too cold when I'm drinking a drink. And then after that, we'll check how well it fits in 3 different cars. I own 3 different cars, so we'll see how that works. Well, just so you know, this cup here I filled with water and I nuked it in the microwave for several minutes so it was boiling. And I put it in here and just see if we're going to get any kind of thermal difference outside. And the outside is still cool to the touch, very cool to the touch. You can see the lid here, all the condensation that's built up on it. And I'll show you that we've got some hot water there. You can see the steam coming off of it. See? That's hot water, hot water. And you can see I cleared off just a little spot. And it's nice and cool outside, so that's great. That worked pretty well. And now I've done the opposite. I've loaded this thing with ice and poured water in there. Got it full of ice, and it's still room temperature outside. I'm not feeling anything through this thing. Nope. Well, that's pretty cool because I don't feel anything anywhere. Even on the bottom, I got a finger down here on the bottom. It's fine all the way. Nothing. In fact, the outside is warm where my hands were holding it, and yet the inside, as you can see, is cold. Very cold. That's all ice in there. So, it seems to hold that pretty well. Now here's kind of the test of this thing, because there's a couple of cup holders down there. Darn it, it's not very bright in here. But the cup holders, this goes in, and it kind of wedges in there. This is a Prius C, and it just kind of wedges in the cup holder. It will go in, but it's kind of wedged in there and kind of rocks about a bit. So it's not a very good fit because the bottom of this is too large for the cup holder in the Prius C. Okay, let's try another car. Now this is the cup holders in a Nissan Leaf, and we got a double problem here. It bangs into the dash so it can't go upright, and it wedges into the opening. The bottom of this is too big for that cup holder there too. Now let's try again. Now this is a Volkswagen Passat, and as you can see, no chance of it. Yeah, it's not going to fit in anything. So basically, an awful lot of cars, you're not going to be able to use this cup. So back to the drawing board. I went ahead and did some measurements. Found out the bottom of this thing is 3 inches in diameter. This is a Starbucks cup. The bottom of it is 2 5/8 inches in diameter. This works in any vehicle I've been able to find. I mean, it works in my Volkswagen, works in a Prius, worked in a Saturn I used to have. It works in every car I've been in. This thing, 3 inches, is way too big for most sedans. So if you're going to go on a trip, and that's why you want to have one of these things, be able to have a lot of liquid when you're going on a trip somewhere. But you're going to have to be able to sit it down in the seat or something because it's not going to fit in your cup holder. And since it has this nice pour area here and a little air gap, another pour area here, really, you can't lay it down because it's going to pour right out. So what I'd hoped to do with it was take it on the road with me, and that's just not going to happen. So I guess I'm disappointed in it.